You know, there are some bands you can just recognize instantly, right? Whether it's a single fuzzy guitar riff or just a glimpse of, well, some legendary beards. We are, of course, talking about that little old band from Texas, ZZ Top. And this is their incredible story. Okay, so look at these two pictures. On the left, you've got this raw, hardworking blues band slugging it out in the 70s. And on the right, you've got these global pop culture icons, superstars. So the question is, how in the world did that band become this band? That's the journey we're going to unpack right now. And like any great rock and roll story, we got to start at the very beginning. So let's head back in time to the music scene in Houston, Texas in the late 1960s. So where did that name ZZ Top even come from? Well, it's actually a pretty cool story. The frontman, Billy Gibbons, was looking at all these posters of his blues heroes on his wall, guys like ZZ Hill and the great B.B. King. He almost went with ZZ King, but then it hit him. A king is always at the top. And just like that, ZZ Top was born. Much cooler, right? By 1970, the band was set, the classic trio. You got Billy Gibbons on guitar, Dusty Hill holding down the bass, and you gotta love the irony here, the only member without a magnificent beard was the drummer, Frank Beard. This trio right here was about to become one of the most famously stable lineups in the history of rock music. Okay, so they've got the name, they've got the lineup, what's next? Well, they hit the road, and they started to carve out a sound that was 100% their own. This is where they really earned their stripes as the kings of Texas boogie. I mean, this quote just nails their early sound, doesn't it? Their music was just dripping with this gritty, bluesy swagger. You had these absolutely growling guitar tones from Billy, locked in with a rhythm section from Dusty and Frank that was just an unstoppable force. And that sound, oh yeah, it led to some major success. Albums like Tres Hombres and Fandango gave us some all-time classic rock anthems like La Grange and Tush. All that success built up to this massive tour, the Worldwide Texas Tour, which pretty much cemented them as a can't-miss live band. And just look at this photo. This captures their whole vibe from the 70s perfectly. It's just pure, raw energy on that stage. They built their entire reputation not just on making great records, but on delivering these incredible, high-octane shows night after night after night. But after years of non-stop grinding on the road, the band was completely exhausted. So they took a break. And what happened during that break would lead to one of the most famous and, frankly, most shocking makeovers in music history. So here's how it all went down. That grueling tour ends in '77, and the band just goes their separate ways for a while. They had this one simple agreement: don't cut your hair. So when they finally got back together in '79, both Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill walk in with these magnificent chest-length beards. Their trademark was born almost by accident. But it wasn't just the look that changed. Oh no, their entire sound got a massive overhaul. They started trading in some of that Texas grit for a slicker, more modern vibe. We're talking synthesizers, drum machines. They were listening to bands like Depeche Mode. For a Texas blues band, this was a huge risk. And you know what? That huge risk paid off bigger than anyone could have possibly imagined. This new look, this brand new sound, it was perfectly timed for the arrival of a revolutionary new force in music, MTV. And right at the heart of this whole new era was this absolute icon on four wheels, the Eliminator. This souped-up 1933 Ford coupe wasn't just a prop in their videos, it was a character. It became a star in its own right, a rolling symbol of 80s cool that was just as legendary as the Beards. So, the big question is, did it work? Oh yeah, it worked. Their 1983 album, Eliminator, was an absolute monster. It sold over 10 million copies in the US alone. I mean, that's diamond status. This is the album that took them from being rock stars and turned them into global superstars. They conquered the world by completely mastering the art of the music video. And you know why it worked so well? They didn't just stand there and play their instruments. They created a whole fantasy world. The videos for Gimme All Your Lovin', Sharp-Dressed Man, and Legs, they were like these little mini-movies. You had the cool car, these cool recurring characters, and the band acting like these mysterious wise gurus who just show up and make everything awesome. It was fun, it was cinematic, and it was perfect for MTV. And the momentum just kept on building. I mean, as massive as Eliminator was, peaking at number 9, their very next album in '85, Afterburner, soared even higher. It hit number 4 on the charts. They were, without a doubt, on top of the world. But here's the thing about ZZ Top. Their story doesn't just end in the 80s with the music videos and the synths. After that pop peak, they proved their legacy was built on something way more lasting than just one wildly successful era. In the 90s, they went right back to their guitar-heavy blues rock roots. Then, in 2004, their incredible career was honored with their induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And get this, in 2018, they actually earned a Guinness World Record for their amazing stability. It's just a testament to their incredible chemistry. I mean, just look at this timeline. It really puts it into perspective. From 1970 all the way to 2021. That is 51 years. The same three guys in the crazy, chaotic world of rock and roll. That kind of longevity is, well, it's almost unheard of. And sadly, that incredible 51-year run came to an end in July of 2021. The music world had to say goodbye to the legendary bassist, Dusty Hill. It was truly the end of one of rock's most iconic and unbreakable partnerships. But the story didn't stop there. Before he passed away, Dusty's one wish was for the band to carry on, and they honored it. Their longtime guitar tech, a guy named Elwood Francis, stepped in to play bass, and ZZ Top continues to tour and play for their fans to this very day. So that kind of brings us full circle, doesn't it? From those Texas blues prodigies to full-on MTV gods, and finally, to living legends of rock and roll. Their incredible journey really makes you wonder, what is it that makes an artist truly timeless? Is it staying true to your roots, or is it having the guts to completely reinvent yourself? For ZZ Top, it seems like the answer is both.